Hey everybody, Cal here, bringing you episode 16 of the Necromancers Let's Play of Total War Warhammer. Where we left things off last time, we were facing off in Grunburg against the Empire rebels, or I'm not sure what these guys exactly are. But we have a rebellion to fight against. We don't have a good chance based on the balanced power, but I think our odds are a little bit better than that. So let's go ahead and fight this battle to start off the episode. Yeah, so apart from this battle here, we have the much more serious ongoing battle with the Dwarves, which we'll try to get ourselves into a slightly better position this episode than we left off previously, just sort of staring them down at Ackendorf. So I think that's going to be our primary goal, is somehow get it so the Dwarves can't start pushing into our territory in just one turn. Okay, 16 wins of magic. That's a decent start. We'll go ahead and start deployment. Alright, so they've lined themselves up here. They have a few archers, no artillery. Yeah, so the problem is that their spearmen have quite high melee defense. And our zombies aren't going to be able to get through that at all. Most of our units are not. Yeah, there's not a lot that we can do. I mean, our Cryptors and our Crypt Ghouls are going to be our main damage dealers here. So, yeah, and I don't think we can't hide the Crypt Ghouls in the forest, but we can hide them on the opposite side of this hill here. So I think we're going to stick them down here. And try to surprise the Empire as they come up over. If we just put them in this gully, that should probably be the best place for them. Yeah, they should be good and hidden here until the Empire is right up on top of us, and then there's nothing they can do about it. Our bats, we'll start off up front here, I guess, just so that they can maybe draw the Empire to us. We have a big old line of zombies to set up, which as usual is our main front line. They don't have any cavalry, so we're just going to put our spearmen in with the zombies, just lump them all together, keep them on the flanks because they have extra melee defense. But that's going to be our main line. So we're going to stick them up in here. Either going to push up through the forest on the right here if the Empire decides to camp, or if they come up to us, we'll snap around behind them, I think, and try to get something done in there. For damage dealers, I guess we have we have like one skeleton and some crypt ghouls. So I think maybe we're gonna steal some of these spearmen from group 1. And use them as our damage dealers, I guess, just so we can mix damage with poison with non-poison throughout the line here. Yeah, so that seems like a good arrangement. So that'll be group 2. Group 2, I think we're just gonna smack them all on top of each other. We're not actually gonna fight in the forest here, so it doesn't really matter what our arrangement is. I mean, we don't want them tying each other up too badly, but apart from that, everything is good. I think we're going to keep one unit of the dogs up over here, or maybe just here somewhere. Want them hidden far enough away they're not going to get spotted as the army comes up to us, but close enough that we can push into them when the time comes. Similarly for these ones, yeah, just on the side there. Get ready with the Crypt Horrors and Ludwig. We will pop just into the forest, just hidden here. So most of our units are blobbed up in here, except for the bats and the Crypt Horrors, which cannot hide in the forest. And hopefully that'll draw them to us. We'll wrap around with the dogs, and then they'll be caught between our forces. Hopefully, that's the idea. Actually, I might line up these guys over here. Actually, yeah, they're still hidden. Push these guys up a little bit closer. Everyone's still hidden. Just so that we can... I think they'll come to us. I think they'll come to us because the balance of power is in their favor, so we're going to start the battle. We're still on 0, and yes, they are indeed coming up to us. The dogs have not been spotted, so hopefully we'll be able to pull them around, get into their units. We're going to pull the bats back to here. That'll get the Empire nicely into this little dip in the terrain here. Okay, so now I think I'm going to intentionally reveal the wolves. They have a bunch of forest cover here. That'll split their forces. But there's nothing they can really do about it. There we go, see? So now their line is all messed up. Send the dogs back over here. Ready to attack again. Yeah, so they're split up now. Send the dogs up this way and then back over that way. So up here, then over there. Just to keep that group split up. And now it's time for zombies to try to get in behind. Our main line force to get in the front. We want to move back with our crypt horrors for now because we're going to try to keep our necromancer hidden for most of this, and we're going to push up with our bats onto their archers. In fact, this group is well positioned to get in there. That group is going there. This group get in here as well. Okay, get the dogs out of there. Don't want to fight spears. Okay. These bats can hold these fellas in place for us. Okay. I'm gonna just wrap around into here. Get these zombies over here. Just to get a full surround on the enemy here. This is going kind of okay. We need some kind of help on this side, I think. Send the bats around to attack this flank. This is mostly going pretty well, though. These bats need to get out. These zombies need to get in. These dogs that split their forces come back. Go into these crossbowmen from the side. Where the other dogs? These dogs are in here, not doing anything. Crypt horrors can get into the back of these guys. They should be able to do some work in here. Very nice. Yeah, already routing. Cycle them out, cycle them back in. These zombies not doing anything. We have some... these bats can try to get in here. Dogs are doing work over here, so that's good. Yeah, so it's mainly about keeping these ranged units from being able to get any shots off into our troops. All bats go in here. Dogs get up the hill into these ones. These dogs are doing nothing to chase these spears. This group should collapse in on here. Blew himself up. That's not good. should get some regen, but okay, these guys give chase. Horrors coming back in. Yeah, so bats just stay on those crossbowmen, kill them to a man. So these guys going down there. Okay. Send these guys up into here. Gustav too. Have to make sure he doesn't get caught out, but send them into here, them into here. Bring these dogs back. Get these swordsmen here. Okay, just have our Lord heal himself up, and that's us winning it. So, we do want to mop up as many of these forces as we possibly can. These fellas should get into... what's running away? These still have lots of units. These guys are doing work here. You guys get chased by zombies. You guys just stick over here. Keep killing them. Tours. Okay, hold up. Speed it up. Just let anyone who can catch up to anything get some more kills, do their work. Wow, those direwolves, 113 kills. 23 with fell bats, 44, 45 with fell bats. That's not bad. Yeah, 89 and 121 with the direwolves, though. That's bananas. They really got into the backs of those archers really very effectively. And the rest of our units did okay. Just throw some regen on our main clump of units, get some more models built back up. Yeah. And get Gustav healed up as much as we can. Or not Gustav, this is Ludwig. I'm confused because they are clones of each other. And we'll go ahead and end the battle. Okay, so that went much better than the auto-resolve said it would. Yeah, their force was not really well suited to taking ours on. I guess we had quite a bit of poison, so that kind of negates all that, all the good stats that we have on the spearmen with the shields. And we were able to very effectively shut down their missile units. They didn't really have any chance to get any shots into our army. Which would have otherwise been a problem. Okay. Return captives. I mean, we don't really have many losses to take care of. Oh, picked up the Lichbone Pennant. That's helpful. Gained a rank on Ludwig. Very nice. It's a good game, murder captives, but that's just for Ludwig's tiny little army. So I think we're going to go ahead and return captives. Okay. Failure to assault garrison. Heinz Huss. Round Chillgeist have been unlocked. Gained a black cat for Ludwig as well. And a restless spirit. So lots of good things happening over here. Their army is knocked down to 3 spearmen and their free replacement lord. So we're going to put a point into this is leadership, replenishment rate, recruitment improvements. I'm trying to find something that will be immediately useful in the this turn. I think Aura of Supremacy is the best we can do, because I would like to. Yeah, public order is at -70, which is not good. Mostly from lack of corruption. So what I'd like to do is go and finish off this army here, if we can. we could just march in with the Chillgeist and just totally power our way through it. But what do they actually have? They have a lord and 3 spearmen. I don't think we can actually take that on with this, unfortunately. We need something that does damage. So that would be, I mean, the Devils of Schwarzhofen could do the job. Feasters in the Dusk might do the trick. Dire Pack is sort of a waste in this situation. I don't really want to use these guys because I like having them in my back pocket. It'd be nice if we could. The Sternsman would be perfect for this situation. So I think we're just going to grab the Feasters in the Dusk. Puts us even more negative than we already were, but we'll go in here with this army and put magic resistance here. I think we can just auto-resolve this. That'll take more money. Gravedigger, very nice. Another level on Ludwig, which we can put into. I think we're putting in Creatures of the Night because I believe his special ability is melee attack for direwolves and fell bats. So that'll just feed into that. So he'll be our Batman. And we'll just finish them off. Just grab a little more money. So they're all taken care of. Warpstone Hunter. Warpstone is dark magic incarnate. Undead lords, especially liches, will employ ghoulish hunters to find such precious ore. Income from all buildings plus 4%. Local region, that's not bad. And a he's got a lot of guys off just like a couple fights with. Wow, I mean, like, look at this. it's like Necromancer Christmas. Okay, so we're just gonna force march, get back into range of Grunburg again next turn. But we do have now, yeah, the military crackdown is helpful. Feast in the Dusk cost 203 a turn, and we don't have immediate need for them. And we are quite negative, so I think we're just gonna thank them for their service and send them on their way. I don't. There's no point keeping around these units of zombies. It's easier just. We'll just make more as we need them. And we'll put another point into creatures. No. I just noticed up here, Master of the Dead, very good ability. If fights tend to go longer, then excuse me. If the fights tend to go longer, then you want that in your Necromancer Lord so that he can just sit there in the back and passively regen his troops even though he's out of magic. Okay. So, as I said, things are pretty tough down here. We have an unbelievably threatening army here. We have, miners, the blasting charges, and Warriors of Dragonfire Pass with flaming attacks, and we have the Peak Gate Guard and the Grumbling Guard, and 3 units of mixed artillery. Quite a bit of range. Like, this is the scariest arm. Like, I mean, the Lord has a flaming fire banner on Ungrim Iron Fist. This is all around just an unbelievably challenging army to face off against. Guaranteed they'll corner camp somewhere if we try to attack them. So I think we're not going to do that. What I would like to do, I'd like to go in and attack them this turn while they're not reinforced by their other army, but maybe they'll be distracted down here for a few more turns by the Bloody Hands. I'm not sure if that's the case because they have low fightiness in this army. It's not looking good for Warzag, unfortunately. Despite all his good anti-dwarf units, it looks like things are not going in his favor. I can help out there a little bit though, or I cannot because they have 4 turns of vigilance. So instead, we're going to send him up this way to hopefully try to assault Ungrim in a turn or two. We're going to send Heinrich in closer to town. And we'll put Sasha. This would reduce enemy hero success chance. And this is increasing growth. Both of which are kind of good things. Or do we want to try to kill off some of these heroes? Oh, we can't because we did that last turn, I guess. So I think we're going to just pop her into Heinrich's army, get her some replenishment. And
I am ready.
This is a very expensive unit here, Varix Reavers. I don't really want to give them up though. So I think things are just gonna stay like this until at least next turn. If I can manage to get some damage into Ungrim's army from using the using my hero here, then I will do that. Otherwise, I think it's just gonna be a bit of a standoff. I mean, maybe we can do something clever with an ambush or something. I mean, if this army wasn't here, I'm wondering if they would be considering attacking us right now. Because if I can go just on this side,
strike out.
Not a good chance for it. But I mean, if they do come in and attack us, then we have the admittedly not fantastic garrison, but we have a garrison. We have 2 armies. It'll be a lot of units for them to try to take out. So there's that. Grenstadt looks like it's heading towards a rebellion. Everywhere seems about ready to rebel. Varenka is now done healing up. So we have a choice between we upgrade Castle Drakenhof, get it up to tier 6, which would not be a bad thing at all, or Castle Templehof. We can only do one of those things each turn. I think we're going to pop him over here, and because I like Castle Drakenhof upgraded post haste, that last slot will be quite helpful, I think. And I think we're going to give him. There's the Restless Spirit, Public Order. Where is Rated Dead Cost? Income. Vampire Creeps. Income from all buildings. Okay, so this is the Warpstone Hunt we got last turn. So we'll throw that on him, as well as the Treasurer. Just because he's spending all of his time just sort of sat around here. So we might as well get him to buff up our income while he's sat in here, because this region has 4673 income a turn, which is this is many. Okay, as for Gustav, he's gained another level, which we could give him a Hellsteed, but I think we're just going to keep him on the Barge of Nightmare. It's just I looked through all the options, and there are benefits, but also many drawbacks. The only one that I would possibly consider would be the Corpse Caught with Unholy Lodestone, which is another 9 levels away for him, and also 1, 2, 3, 4 points that we'd have to spend to get to it. Which 4 points that's quite a lot. I mean, you can look anywhere on here, and 4 points is great. So I think instead we're just going to put it into Walking Dead. The second point in there is quite good. So looking at
As long as I am.
Nope. Accidental double click. Looking at the defenses here, it looks like Zufbar is actually a fairly vulnerable target. So I think we're going to march off in that direction. The only thing is that we could recruit. I'd like to possibly fill up the last 2 slots with some bats, just to get into their lines. I think we have enough Graveguard with great weapons, enough armor-piercing damage, at least to deal with that. So all we really need right now is a few more flyers. I'm just wondering. I mean, if we went straight in, yeah. So I don't think we can do that. So I think we would have to raise dead or something. So I think we're just gonna head off in that direction. Because I don't want to spend the extra turn and let them. Ah, they do have a garrison. They have quite a big garrison, actually. Okay, so we're just at the edge of their movement. So I'm wondering if we can set up some sort of ambush or something for them here. I don't think they'll move into Castle Drakenhof, and if they move against anything else, they'll take a bunch of attrition. So, not terribly worried about that. Is there anything worth upgrading right now? 1,500 for 5th. I mean, that's not great money for the cost. We're upgrading to rank 9 now, so there's no reason at all to have a charnel pit. So we'll just knock that out of there. And everywhere else, so we can. He's done his work there this turn. We can get him moving. Yeah, so pretty precarious situation down here. I don't like having those dwarves sat there. That's I don't know what a Wazak is, to be perfectly honest. So I guess we could try to push up into Oakenhammer, which does not yet have walls, next turn, and just try to flatten it in one turn and run off before. So we won't. If we take it, we won't raise it. We'll just sack it so that we can move off. So yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and is there anything else useful I can do? I guess I could upgrade Grenstadt, but I think that might be a waste of money if they just walk up and squash us next turn. So I think we're gonna go ahead and end the turn. There goes the dwarves. We have some trespassing goblins. Not terribly worried about that. Bretonia seems to be pushing into the Empire lands, or the traditionally Empire-held lands, quite heavily. Presumably because while the Empire was fighting us on the Eastern Front, the Western Front was crumbling somewhat. Zufbar is doing something. Bringing heroes down to try to ruin our day. Deploying them there. I think that like reduces artillery ammunition or something. Heinrich's ambush was detected. Assault garrison success. So our garrison was assaulted, and the dwarves are forming up a second army here. So things are not going well over here. The Bloody Hands have garrisoned at Barrack Var, but their low fightiness is going to be a problem. I think the dwarves are going to go ahead and take this next turn as well. So, but first, they've force marched over here, and once again, that's a fairly threatening army. So I guess they spotted the thing I was going to do and have prevented it.
Don't think so.
So they had to force march to get into Oakenhammer. I'm wondering if
They will serve.
if I siege Zufbar, will I have the single turn needed to build siege equipment before they can get in and attack me? That is the question. Because if they attack me at Zufbar in the field, I think there's nothing I can. I think I'm dead. I mean, looking at their army, they have lots of quarrelers, which are a problem. They have kind of too much artillery. Yeah, they have too much artillery. Not too much for me to fight. They have. I mean, they've invested too heavily in artillery because just a couple of units of Vargeist or even bats wrapped around the back can take care of that artillery. Although the dwarves do tend to turtle up So that's another problem to think about. Yeah. Nothing really worthwhile to put in here, I don't think. Well, we'll think about it for later.
This night.
And we'll have Rickert just pop over the border here.
Hellish figure.
And push this up to an accursed city. So yeah, we went from minus 77 to minus 384 just from Gustav stepping over the border. So he's making us like 200, 214, 213 a turn. Just sat there. I'm not sure how to coerce these dwarves into action. If we could assault these units, that would be great. There's a high chance of him being wounded, so well, time to roll the dice, I guess. Alright, success. So that takes... Oh, wow, that damaged them a lot. So I think that means that we're going to attack them this turn immediately. Go ahead, put... we could get up to champion, and exemplar, and things down there. That might be... Drill Master's training, increases recruitment. Those are okay abilities. I think I'm actually going to go for Blade Master and get him into his yellow skills now, because he's quite a good melee hero as well. So Gorst is going to be the reinforcing force. Sasha, let's see if can you assassinate this guy for us. His tiny little army here. That would be quite a help. Critical success. So he did. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Now I know we were going down here, but we got Propagandist, which was what we were going for down there, and I don't think there was anything else that we really needed. Guard the army, block, bodyguard. Yeah, these are okay skills, but I think we were going to go down here next. So melee defense on top of Ethereal is quite good. Ghostly Howl is pretty good as well, though. So I think we're just going to go with that for an immediate 5 points of melee attack.
My cruelty knows no limits.
So Kemmler is going to encircle here.
Tend to death. Obliterate.
That'll prevent them from regenerating or anything. We do have Hildegard here, who we can pop into army.
Kill them, my children.
Picked up a flesh golem just walking into his army. So that's an extra 4% movement range. That's helpful, I suppose. And we can get Gorst up to the border here. I think that's within reinforcement range.
Dark magic
And that means that we could put him into channeling stance, which I'm not sure if he's in the reinforcing army if that does anything. But now our chance in this battle is quite good. I am in this case significantly less sure of that than the auto resolve. This is going to be a very tough fight, despite all the damage that we got into these units early. This is an unbelievably scary army. I mean, it could be worse if they had like flame cannons or something. But I mean, we're only at turn 77, so let's go ahead and fight this. And I really hope I really hope we don't all die. Yeah, Ungrim specifically is really very challenging to face off against here. I'm hoping that Krell is up to the challenge, because what we're gonna have to do is get him surrounded by skeletons or something and get Krell in there. so that basically all of Krell's damage goes on to the Lord, because he's basically our only reliable, the only thing who can reliably hit their Lord. 23 is a great start for magic, but I know for certain, I mean, the dwarves are, there's a nice little ridge here, the dwarves are absolutely going to sit up there, so that means that I think the rest of us are going to push way back, all the way back to the back, so that for some reason the corpse cart decided not to join us. Yeah, so that we don't we can't be shot at by their artillery at the beginning. So I think our bats, we're going to push them out to the flank here. As with our Black Knights, it's going to be very important to keep them from being shot to pieces early on. It's possible the dwarves might deploy like right here and start shooting at the Black Knights. I feel like they're going to sit on this hill though. That's the dwarfy thing to do. Just sit on a hill, fire cannons down. Now, as long as they don't rush us, we'll be safe to just pile into the back here. It doesn't matter if we're at the corner or the edge of the map, like you would normally worry about for other factions. So I think we're just going to everybody just line up along the back of the map here. Yeah, because the vampires don't route like normal armies. Corpse cart somewhere in the middle. Corpse cart can start up a little bit. There's a bit of a bump in the terrain here. I'm wondering if I can just like put the corpse cart up here to sort of eat some fire, because if they have their cannon, if they start where I think they will shoot through the trees, and also there's a little ridge in the terrain. So corpse cart is we have another one, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so its aura is about that big. So I think actually, okay, we're just gonna hit start battle. Let our reinforcements come in. So where are their artillery pieces? So their cannon just out of range of the corpse cart, and it looks like they are indeed corner camping. As you can see there, every single unit here is marked as high threat. So okay. Everybody just stop there, because otherwise I think they run up to like all the way up here, and we need to form up. So just as soon as you get onto the map, just stop, guys. Just stop right there. We're gonna speed it up while these units get in here. Dwarves are doing nothing, so that seems safe. Okay. So this is, yeah, those cavalry are gonna just run straight up into the dwarves there, which we do not want. What we want you to do is run up here and then over here to be with your buddies. Just get all the way up there. Main line here. In fact, we're gonna push them backwards, if anything. Okay, so now we play Find All the Zombies. I think Gorst has all the zombies. The zombies we're gonna send up here, and then while we figure out the rest of our units, we're gonna start sending the zombies in, because they're zombies and they are incredibly expendable, very, very expendable. Okay, so we just have 2 units Graveguard with great weapons, no chevrons at all or anything. So that's not great. That's not great. We'll give them a unit of Crypt Ghouls to help out with poison damage. They will be group 3, I guess. And similarly, they're going to be a flanking force, so we'll send them up this way. I think maybe we might give them. We might put the vampire in their group as well. Okay. Dwarves repositioning a little bit, but not actually moving. Alright, so our remaining Crypt Ghoul. Oh, we have two. We have two. So we'll interleave them with the Grave Guard, and then just pile skeletons on for the rest of it. Yeah, so this to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can be the group 2. So these guys will go in behind the zombies. Spread them as thin as it'll go. So we're just going to lock group 1 and send them running in. Because, you know, zombies. The spearmen, I don't know, I feel like maybe I'll just keep them in reserve. And the corpse cart, I think we can control the rest of these separately. We'll put Kemmler on the end there. I'll put these guys in some kind of group. I'm not really sure. Spearmen don't really seem particularly useful in this kind of a battle. Yeah. So we're going to push up first with the bats here. And then, so these guys are all still fresh, I think. Active, animated. Not sure what these. I'm not sure what these all mean. I guess it means they're moving and doing okay. So these guys are moving up. These Graveguard Great Weapons are moving up. So in fact, I think I'm just going to put 3 up here. 2, we're going to move up like so, just behind the corpse cart. Get Kemmler moved up, sort of on the right side. Gorst will take the left side. So it's up here. I think we can actually move up a little bit more. Okay, so they should be starting to fire their artillery into us now, or at least the zombies, which, as I keep saying, not really super worried about. Let's go ahead and get the Black Knights lined up over here. I'm going to keep them out of range until all of our regular forces start meeting up. Okay, and I think we're going to go in. I think we're going to just walk them up like this. This is a very crazy wide formation. I think the skeletons on the right can get formed up like this instead. Skeleton spearmen, start sending them in as well. So Gorst will come in sort of over here. Kemmler sort of over here. I guess over here. Black Knights. Get them moved over here. The bats, get them in behind here. Sort of in behind the trees if we can. Okay, shots now going into the zombies, which we're gonna lose some zombies. That's just a thing that's gonna happen. And we can start pushing up these guys who are our secret elite force, except not so secret, not so elite. Yeah, so zombies getting into stuff. Okay, so with this, I think we've wrapped around enough now. send everyone in, and that should wrap around quite nicely. Send one unit of knights at each of these units of archers, and we'll send barracks reavers in to sit in the trees here, or rather behind the trees. Trying to get the bats onto the artillery. Okay, I think we are going to just try to keep these zombies alive a little bit. Horse is unfortunately going to blow himself up. These guys around this side, and make sure Gorst is in range to actually buff these guys up. Mine's meeting there. Kemmler, try to keep this unit alive. Okay, so that's Black Knights just sort of failing on the charge there. Okay, he's getting this one. Kemmler, get in there. So these fellas just get into the back. Try to wrap around. Bats are falling apart quite quickly, but they are pulling things there. We have 3 units. That is not needed there. Kemmler is still moving in. A corpse cart sat in the middle of nowhere, doing nothing at all. This is a whole bunch of units all clumped up on one unit. Get our units in here. Okay. So these guys, the grudge thrower, and they are clumping up enormously back here. We need to keep this flank alive, though. Okay, these bats can come out, hold these guys in. The grudge thrower is probably going to be done here as these knights come in. Yeah, okay. So get our reserve force moved up and behind, I think. Move through the woods if we can. These Black Knights, for some reason, were way over there. Those guys moved in a little bit better. These guys into the cannon. That line is holding okay. Does that. This area in here can use a little bit of help. Kemmler is doing okay. This line needs to spread out a bit. That's way too many units all clumped up on just like 1 or 2 units here. These guys get in the backs of here. Kemmler try to buff up the knights and also this group of spearmen, and also blow yourself up, because that's something I want you to do. Where is the corpse cart? Corpse cart is getting into the mix of things, so it's at least doing some work. Now, where is... Okay. 3 is getting into position to do some work here. Their lord is in the middle in this little mosh pit here. That is not the situation we want right now. Okay, get that unit of skeleton warriors up. These guys need to get into here. Don't want to actually be in melee combat there. Get these bats into the backs here. Okay, so our cavalry is for some reason all in melee here. So that's not ideal. These guys can first help out here. Where is Kemmler? Kemmler's up here. When's magic? Okay, so we're going to toss Krell in against their lord here. Oh, corpse cart out. Okay, Krell go in against Ungrim. Not sure how well that's going to go. But it is what needs to be done. Ah, no. There we go. Okay, these guys can get up in here. Okay. We can buff up this area here. Get some poison damage in there. Krell needs some more time to get that ready. Our cavalry, once again, just sort of sat here doing nothing at all. One unit in there. See if we can't break some of these units over here. Gorst is fighting on that flank by himself. 30 seconds before Krell can get in there. We're doing okay. Doing okay. These units are underutilized. Oh, that's not good. Put them into here. In fact, I'm just going to pull back with all our cavalry. Trying to get zombies in and amongst their troops, hold them in place, keep them from being as effective. Try to get some cav into their units there. Things are going okay on this side. We need more units though. Alright, we have wounded Ungrim Iron Fist, which is very good. All of their troops are wavering, and we have a victory. Okay, that was hard fought. Okay, we've got an Deadly Onslaught to help out there in a minute, but yeah. We're gonna throw down one more of these to help out a bit, and this is a settlement battle, so we don't have to wait through all this. We'll let the magic go off and end the battle there. So gives us a Pyrrhic victory. I would tend to agree, but one that was worthwhile. Yeah, so 183 kills on the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. Army just pretty much wrecked, but we did win, and we did shut down the artillery fairly early, so they didn't do too much damage. Yeah, 271. Oh my god. Yeah, the Dwarves, 249 for the miners with blasting charges. Yeah, miners did 249 kills. That must have all been zombies. I hope it was all zombies. So that's 1700. That's very nice. That is a... Ooh, there's no way I'm not pressing this button. And we stole the Banner of Eternal Flame. So Ungrim will not come back with that next turn. Oh, that was quite the battle. So that is even the playing field somewhat. Thorgrim has an army here. It is significantly less scary than the one that Ungrim had. Ungrim had all kinds of special units and stuff. Longbeards with great weapons and stuff like that. Regular Longbeards, they have shields, but we don't have any missiles, so so we don't care about that. So I think Kemmler is going to immediately go into ambush stance here, just because we have the movement for it.
I am ready.
Gorst, we can go ahead and merge these zombie units. Is that
It's only the beginning.
4 turns, so it's still worth it to keep them around. We have lots of dead to raise as needed. I think we'll just leave it this turn, just to help our income some. And we'll go ahead and merge some of these units of things here. Keep all of our units of Graveguard. Kemlar gained another level, which we put into Lore Master, but doesn't really seem to. Not really super impressed by that. So I think Krell is starting to no longer be the unstoppable badass that he was at the beginning. Miscast minus 25% is quite good because we are overcasting quite a lot. But I kind of just want to have the Wind of Death in our belt. Well, I guess we're going against Dwarves, so maybe that's not... Wind of Death is great, but against Dwarves it's going to do 25% less damage, which means it's, instead of totally decimating units and getting them right off the field immediately, it's just going to sort of... it'll hurt them, but it's probably better spent just overcasting... overcasting Invocation of Nehek. So, just have to check my missions. So the Chaos Tomb Blade, we're still waiting, so we have to embed our White King. We'll go ahead and do that next turn. And Liber Noctis, we need to Direwolves, Direpack in Helmengor's army, which can we actually just we can just raise them. So we won't do that this turn because we'll go through an end turn phase, and spending money on them for no reason is silly. And the Cloak of Mist and Shadows, we have to raise or sack 3 settlements belonging to the Empire provinces, which we're kind of little busy here, a little bit busy, but we'll see what we can do. Meanwhile, we still have Gustav's army. Figure out what we're going to do with them. Yeah, the only question is, can this army get up to Zufbar? Well, I guess they could also just force march up behind us. So I guess there's nothing I can really do here, apart from I could go up to here. Yes. And I think if I went into ambush stance here, then if he comes in towards Castle Drakenhof, he gets ambushed. If he tries to wrap around to Zufbar, he gets ambushed.
Everything dies.
And if he sees me and attacks me directly, then I can just run away. So I think that's probably my best option right now. And we might just raise a couple units of zombies to round out the army, because we're expecting a possible attack over the end turn phase. Rickert is over here this turn, helping out with that. Is it worthwhile? I think we looked at this previously and we determined that even with Rickert helping out the cost, this costs too much. Oh, we can switch this into Harvest for more money. Do we have that already on Eastern Sylvania? We do, so that's good. How are things looking over here? So we could upgrade Wertbad to tier 3. There's no one... I don't think the next 4 turns we're going to get attacked here. We do have the money for it. I already have a pretty impressive garrison here. I think it's probably more worthwhile for me to get the Graveguard Watchtower in the moot. Everything else can wait for help from Rickert. So we'll send him over up that way. Should be able to get in next turn, I think. And I think that's where we're going to wrap up the episode. So thanks for watching, everybody. This was I think a pretty good episode. We got a good fight against the Empire forces. Good fight against the Dwarves. Before I forget, because I will undoubtedly, we're going to send Ludwig in here. No buildings, no nothing. Grunburg is just defenses and vampire corruption. Yep. So we're gonna get more rebellions there, but I think we can hold them off. And all this corruption that we're spreading here is going to damage the Empire a bit. So and also keeping an eye on Nold. I mean, just sort of keeping our defenses up here. But yes, as I was saying before, I was distracted by all the shiny, pretty colors on the screen. Thanks for watching, everybody. Give me a like if you liked the video, dislike if you didn't, and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, what you think I can be doing better. Are you enjoying seeing the battles? I'm trying to sort of fight things that are more even battles, so that there's lots to watch. But I mean, I could just be going in and playing more optimally for getting higher tier units. Is that something you guys are more interested in seeing, or what? So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you here next time.